As the team moves forwards with the next stage of events, you've managed to get yourselves into the city without too much cause or concern. The only problems that currently face your team is the final, let's say, last mission. With the city in turmoil due to the loss of their celestial beast, with the three faction groups now lost into disarray, with the only one remaining, uh, more or less the culprits of this entire scenario, right now you're debating on how to potentially torment the man, as he is the one that tormented so many beforehand. Using the Red Scorpions as a scapegoat and using the Mystics, more or less, because they were, let's say bad. They were bad. Ophelia took over. Things were going on there. Things weren't looking good. And, well, compromises were made. With the man half, let's say, if his mind was a cup of water, right now it's at half full or empty, depending on how you see things. They are holding on to a very powerful spell that will summon things here or send things away. They are not exactly the most stable person around right now, and your team has decided to see how things turn out when the mind fully loses it. Or at the very least, a man's guilt is shown to the world. We begin after plans have been made and after ideas have been told. So going back to the plan that you've mentioned beforehand, polymorph into horn/unicorn, casting seeming to give the effect of blood, maybe potion, not really sure what potion meant, but you mentioned a potion. Fairna casting a witness to be a credible person because she's belonged in the city for far longer than you, and potentially, she's an actress, really. And she can, no, one other person in your team technically can do better than her, but only because the numbers are accurate. After giving witness to the unicorn, talk to the head of the church in his mind as a horse, and Dusk will speak with the congregation in a bit of celestial into common. And then a persuasion check will likely need to be made because, well, you are outsiders, and this is a heck of a lot that someone has to go through. You recap the mission with each other, and Opal does state, all right, sounds like a good enough plan, if any. Should some of us... Nikolai did mention Whisper sneaking in. What about the rest of us?
I guess I'm just a horse. I don't know.
I mean, I guess we could just witness it if we can't really do much.
I'm gonna put you in the street
Okay,
map.
let's see how this goes.
Wait, am I a horse currently?
Not yet, unless you want to be.
Oh, we were trying to do it in an alley, like get me like all ready in an alley, but yeah, I guess we're not a horse yet. Okay, so where are we gonna do this?
I think having most of us within the chapel slightly changed with seeming. The seeming will actually be able to affect all of us, so that because we might be recognized by the priest, just ever so slightly. I'll make us a little bit more blend in a little bit more with seeming, and then most of us going in that way. If things do happen to go wrong, we can react to it properly.
So, Dust, if you do use the seeming spell, is everything going to seem like it's real?
Oh yes, it is an illusion of sorts.
So are you going to use it to make a? If I'm going to be a unicorn, is there going to be a horn on my head?
It will be it will be a broken horn.
Okay. So it's all filigree and things. It's not really. It won't be like a two. Okay, I see what you're saying. Yes.
Like the spell seeming will not be able to. It gives you a new appearance more than anything. I can't change the way that you're like. I can't make you look like a horse just from seeming.
Oh no. You have to. I have to be a horse. So yes.
But I can change the way that you look significantly.
Whisper
Alright.
does state, I'm good with the disguise kit. I could maybe make a fake horn, broken, bloodied, I guess.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
sounds more deceiving or
It'd be in
props.
conjunction with Dust's spell. The spell would
props
actually
works really well.
How about
Make it look. It would make it look more realistic.
she nuts?
Fake blood.
Yeah.
A few of them. Like she shows you packets of blood that look like standard nowadays ketchup packets.
Wow. Interesting.
Vol then states, okay then, some of us will go into the congregation beforehand, some will sneak in after you guys. Who should be the first people in and who should be the last people in?
I will probably be the last one in. Mostly because I'll need to probably remain hidden as much as I can. Not hidden, but to mask where the voice is coming from.
Yeah, not seen, currently visible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then-
Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, I was gonna say Grog is a melee fighter, so he'd probably go in with Whisper.
Yeah.
Now you.
I'm probably going to be the first one in, I suppose, after
Yeah,
whatever it goes on.
No. It's many of us are going to be going in beforehand
Before
the
Oh,
event
To like sit in the crowd. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, yeah. Mm-hmm.
to sit in the crowd, and
And then one of us could be like, "Oh, he's a fake," and Helpman will like call him out, right? Or
Potentially,
something like
yeah.
that.
I mean,
potentially.
Again, though, people can, after a little bit looking at you, can tell you're outsiders. So you need to make it believable.
Well, seeming can do that.
Yeah. Seeming, yeah. And so essentially, he's gonna pull in. We're gonna set up the whole horse thing quickly. And then when I cast seeming, that's when we're gonna start moving.
Yep.
Seeming will last for 8 hours without a concentration. So
nice.
Nice.
So basically, I guess everybody decides on what they can be, what they can look like, other than me. I know what I'm gonna look like, but
It looks
Rather-
like
just look.
Like,
like
Yeah.
the only individual that the spell will not be affecting will be Ferna.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's from here, so that does make sense.
Yeah, but it will be like I'll be making us look not necessarily. I'll be making us look like we belong in the city.
That'd be look
And
normal. not
Change your
suspicious.
race, or you could change your height, or you could change like your
Yeah.
hair color or your skin color or anything like that.
Like
and then,
I wouldn't necessarily take on the appearance of individuals within the city,
Yeah.
but more along the lines of we don't look out of place.
Yeah, you would
Yeah.
change the clothing appearance to make it look more presentable to this climate change. Have the hair appropriately tanned or bleached by the sun. Because some of you guys definitely stand out and belong in the winter or summer areas.
Yes.
Yeah, I totally get what you mean. You'll have your faces likely slightly, not marred, marred's an improper term, marked in a way that could belong here. due to the sun hitting it quite often, but not so much that you look like someone else. You just want to make yourselves appear to be more in line with everyone else's look.
Yes.
Cool.
Okay. And
Right.
Nikolai is a horse. Then Whisper puts out a horn for him.
Did you throw the seeming spell up, Dust, so we have it on the chat?
Oh yeah. Let me. Okay. There is the seeming spell.
All right. And yeah, 8 hours. I don't believe it's concentration. I don't see it anywhere.
Yeah, yeah. I already put polymorph. I'll throw it up there again just in case. So I would have polymorphed before he did seeming. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
You first polymorph into a gorgeous horse.
a stallion.
I don't know if I have
Sorry.
stallion. A gorgeous
That was-
stallion.
It'll be like the stallion will,
Mustang.
like the horse will look as close to a unicorn as a horse can look.
Wait, do unicorns have different breeds?
Dependent.
Interesting.
I
It-
don't know.
I don't actually know at a game, but depending on, I don't know, the DM's own background
Yeah.
of the world could turn into a horse. Quickly Whisper makes a horn. Then you use seeming to make it bloodied and disgusting.
Ah.
And disgusting.
Oh gosh.
Oh, I love it.
And I have control. Haha, I am Nikolai, the horse unicorn of death.
It was that one or the other one I made, and the other one is a little bit more bloodied.
Can we see it later?
Sure, you can see it now if you want.
Oh no.
I just wasn't
Yeah.
sure.
I'm curious.
Okay. To be fair, it looks more natural in a way, but you know,
Oh.
some people
yeah.
don't do well with blood, so I changed
No, I
the
get it, I get it.
structure of it.
Oh. Oh, that one looks cool actually.
Yeah.
I also changed it to make it look, you know, more haunting.
Dang it, my connection just cut off. I couldn't see it.
Do we like? I mean, I think that one's undead. So yeah.
Yeah. We're definitely making it look very haunting because supposedly this unicorn is dead.
Yes. There, if you can see it now. Unless I got it in the wrong layer. Oh, there it is.
Oh no, just my connection sucks. And it,
Okay.
it brought me out of roll 20.
Well, I'll be here until you guys start the mission. Neither existing or not existing at the exact same time. But you could disguise yourselves immediately. Grok, Whisper will be heading in first. Nikolai will be heading in soon after, but not immediately. The mid-range fighters for the NPCs are Fauna Vol. Back end would be Opal, since she is not exactly strong, but she can throw things decently.
I named your token, by the way, Dogma.
Okay. Showing the players.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Actually, I probably should just get Nikolai's token in the GM layer, since we're not currently using it.
Okay.
There we go.
I was going to say Ada would probably have gone with Whisper and Grok.
Okay. Actually, since they're melee or mid-range fighters, I think everyone but Opal would go before Dust enters inside at the very last end.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna-
before Dustin and Nikolai enter in.
Mm-hmm. So, Ada, go ahead and place yourself wherever you want in this church area.
I could go anywhere.
Yes, since you're heading in here before anyone else, other than the other people that are here as well.
Beltroy just being mean to me. Man, I hate that. Is this... I don't know how the pews work, so I'll just stay right there.
Okay.
Remember, there is definitely more people in here
Yeah.
Yeah.
than what is actually seen. So,
It would just be very annoying to see all of them.
It would be like, excuse me, pardon, sorry. And you would sit down.
In truth, it would be along the ranges of there's a concert, you try to find an open seat if there is one. And there usually isn't ever one. Okay. So, plans prepared, casted spells immediately. You are able to conduct yourselves however you please. What do you ask Ferna to say, trying to draw the attention towards Galaga, the undead unicorn?
or not just more of bring out the fact like ask like when the hoof step clomps are heard, you just kind of say, hey, what's that? And kind of make point of, hey, that's the unicorn that was killed. More of that type of thing. We want people to be thinking along those lines of, oh, this is the unicorn that had been killed not long ago. Get that into their head. Just more of that seed implanted.
Right. Okay.
Once Nikolai enters in.
Got it. I do hope you're right on this, Dust, at the exact same time. I do hope you're wrong, but if he is a bad man, we'll see this today.
Yeah.
Okay. She begins to move forwards, and as you begin to cast your spells, making the hoof clops even louder and louder as you begin to get out of the alleyway that you casted all those spells in, Ferna looks back as people are hearing this. She draws their attention towards where Nikolai is, and she does basically states as follows. She does look at a group of people and states to them, do you hear that? Yes, what is that? I don't know. She turns around and she does state, by the stars, the celestial beast. What? Some of them do turn around and look towards where Nikolai is. And then many of them do exclaim it out, drawing even more attention towards this beast, because they're familiar with Ferna, and the people are also acting to give her advantage in a way. She roll persuasion with advantage. 16 plus a modifier of a 5 easily does it. There's an entire crowd like dumbfounded. Some people like stop their conversations. People drop their drinks. A horse freaks out and begins to like hit the trough they were currently drinking from and then just bolt away. The woman chases after it. Galaga, is there anything you're doing or like you making a scene?
So basically, I'm a horse, and I'm like walking down the road. Is that what's going on?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you decide to alter things, which you're more than welcome to drop or try to get people to head towards where you're going. Because for sure people see you.
Yes. At this point, if I would like kind of bolt. I mean, is the chapel straight ahead?
The chapel is in this line, you're going through a market area, which draws even more attention towards you, which is what you guys said you wanted, and you're heading
okay.
directly towards the church.
So I feel bad for this lady, but I'm gonna take a detour, and I want to like, because I would like people to make a scene, but I'm gonna knock over her stand and all these things, and then go through the alley, and then come back, and then do like a wrap around like the block street corner, and then come back to go to the chapel. But I'm like dashing off so that people are like, whoa, what was that? Yeah.
Yeah, drawing more attention to the alleyway, you drop the clothing racks that are currently in that area. She moves away so you don't trample over her. She wouldn't die, but she'd be very hurt. Using your own, not telekinetic ability, but your own mental abilities, you're able to lunge into areas, neighing as people are drawn even further towards you. It looks like you're gliding as you are heading on top of roofs. With the magic casted by Dust and the others, it does look like a will-o-wisp is following you. You neigh in the sky as if a howling cry of a beast, and you continue on this path as well, drawing even more attention towards you. With the help of, well,
And then I
your
get on a
team.
rooftop and
Yep.
then like just stand there, and then like just like I'm standing like silhouetted like by like, I don't know, like the sun or something, and then like people are like, they kind of like see like shrieking like, they see like a bloody horse on a building or like a unicorn, and they're like, yeah.
With the help of Whisper and Dust, because you look the part, go ahead and roll Persuasion to draw even more attention to yourself.
Normal, yeah.
Advantage.
Oh wow.
I wasn't able to input this a little bit, but occasionally I will be inputting using thaumaturgy.
Wow.
In Celestial, I'll just be speaking Celestial.
Pretty low, but 17.
17 is good. I was looking for a 16 at the very highest. So you beat it. People are drawing towards you or drawn towards you. Dust with thaumaturgy and casting his voice further away from him. This beast is speaking. Some of them can't understand it. Most of them actually can't understand it. Not everyone speaks Celestial, but they do know the language. It's what the father of the church speaks. It's what some of his cardinals speak as well. And, well, this is drawing even more and more attention. People are mystified. Some freak out and go into their homes, locking doors and windows. But many of them are just baffled at what is going on here and are heading towards where you're at. Unless you go all the way around town, this is a very good crowd that you're getting. I'm not saying you can't. I'm just saying it'd be a lot of time that you'll be taking up.
Yeah, we don't need, like, we need
And once I've done that, I probably would go do a wraparound and then climb down off the building, and then approach the chapel. And then is this a fire?
Yes, it's currently a blacksmith's shop.
Okay, and then as I approach, like to get closer to the chapel, I have a question. If I'm not sure how this works, but does subtle spell work if I'm polymorphed?
Do you need somatic, verbal, or other components?
This one is just somatic, but if I use subtle spell, it doesn't need anything.
Yeah, I think you'll be fine.
So I'm gonna cast Control Flames, and then this, as I'm walking by it, this campfire is just, I can't say campfire. Blacksmith fire is just gonna explode in fire as I walk near it.
Cascading flames just shudder about, causing the two patrons to freak out even more. But, that's kind of what you're going for. Definite plumes of smoke just burst into the area, jettisoning with the flames.
And I go towards the chapel.
as you go towards the chapel.
If I see any other fire or lanterns, I'm gonna do the same thing.
You see like one or two.
Can I do? Oh, and can I do that when I walk in? If these like lamps or do like as I walk in, the flames just go. Yeah.
Yeah, they're oil lamps, but you can definitely mess with them.
Yeah, I'll do that too. As the two lamps, as I walk in, the two lamps just like up in fire, like and like increase their flame. Yeah.
Oppo's gonna sorry. Roll stealth advantage because all eyes are on you. 8 and 5.
We're also blended into the congregation that's coming in.
That's
The crowd.
true. I'll give stealth a +5 in this case. So 8 plus modifier +5, enough to blockade the current view. Dust, if you want to mingle in without being seen immediately, go ahead and roll stealth advantage thanks to all eyes on Nikolai. And then,
Oh, I'm so glad I have advantage.
oh my
That is
goodness.
bad. No.
What just happened right now?
Please.
Oh, I'm
Bugs.
gonna use one of my lucky traits.
Can you wait? Can you use a? You can use a lucky trait, right?
I believe
Yeah.
so.
Ah. Roll
No,
another
please.
one at one. I dare you.
Please roll better.
Oh,
It's slightly better.
But that's a +5. But yeah, that's 13 still.
Let me see their passive perception. 15.
oh no.
Well, it's not as if they're gonna be looking directly towards you, but they have like seen you disguised. It's not as if they're gonna keep looking at you. They just know of your existence. It's fine.
Yeah,
The dice don't lie.
and they don't know who I am.
Yeah.
It's basically I'm one of the people that they have.
They're like they raise an eyebrow at you. Like, that guy's interesting.
It's more like, oh, someone from outside of the city took note, but not an extreme dangerous thing. But Galaga, the undead unicorn, you do barge in here. Flames around you burst into, well, more flame. There's really no way of describing that other than saying more flame.
Okay. And then as I'm walking forward, I'll just telepathically talk to Dust for a second. I'm guessing we know the plan. I'm trying to think of what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Are you talking or am I talking first? Okay. That would be a yes. That'd be a you point at me or I point or to yourself.
No.
So.
Yeah. And then in celestial, Dust will speak using thaumaturgy. As the Galaga. Why did you have me killed? And then I repeat that in common. Why did you have me killed, Gregoro? Why? Why did you frame? Why did you frame the Red Scorpions in my death when you were the one who ordered me killed and framed? Why have you brought much hardship to the innocent people of this city that I had once protected? Why did you work with the necromancer? Why? And kind of when it's like when we probably would have worked this out, but we would have essentially had someone throw the head of Ophelia when he's like, why did you work with the necromancers? And then it's like, I have taken care of the necromancer. Now it is your... Now, answer me. Why did you do all this?
Okay. As that happens, Whisper, because it's likely going to be Whisper or Opal, but Opal's too far away.
Yeah.
With her own sleight of hand, gonna have her roll sleight of hand advantage. Already got in here before everyone else. Is already good at what she does. 12, 22. Ooh. I just also rolled low. Thankfully enough, she had advantage.
Yeah.
The head rolls in front of Galaga, splayed out for all to see. Currently in more or less a burlap sack and darkenly stained, opens up, and like a face is seen after it opens up. Probably magically. Probably Galaga uses some sort of mage hand to open it up dramatically.
I have an invisible mage hand. Yes, I do.
Yeah. This all happens. Dust, you say this. I would have given you advantage, but you were seen, so there's a possibility he would take note. But you still have a chance. Go ahead and roll either persuasion or deception, depending on how you see things.
Definitely going to be persuasion.
Yeah. And go ahead and... Thanks to Opal's help, you get a +3. I don't think you needed it.
Oh.
Yeah. So that would be 26.
Yeah. As you're saying all this using your own thaumaturgy items, you can tell Opal is doing something with... well, you've never seen these things beforehand, but they are like gloves. But the gloves themselves almost look like hands are being pressed upon between each finger. And she's saying something in a language you don't understand. Even you don't understand. But you can tell that it's a cipheric language, which means if you study it, you can figure it out, what she's saying. Not important right now, but that's happening. Giving you a more credible ability. You do see that a whole bunch of the congregation is just looking at the unicorn. Some of them look towards the father. And Gregaro is shocked. There's like no way he isn't shocked. He was never expecting this at all. He does take a step forwards and then pauses as you begin to move. And looking towards the congregation, he does state in a frantic manner, look, I don't know what's going on. I've seen this woman before, but I don't know. And many of the congregation are now looking towards him and going, Father, what's going on? Gregaro, what exactly is happening? And many of them aren't taking his word for it immediately. They are riled up. They are stirred. Many of them faithful believers, but also there are a few people here and there that are devout to the man rather than religion itself. Some of them do state, only a demon can be brought back. Can this even be a true thing? An undead celestial being? Like, many people are going through the possibilities of this being false, as well, celestial beings don't come back as undead. So, Galaga, is there anything you're saying inside of Gregaro's mind? Because he is on the verge of collapsing. The only reason he hasn't is because other people are helping him out.
It's because he said this isn't possible. How is this possible? Kind of thing.
Yeah, right now he's basically saying in his mind, like, this isn't possible. This can't be real. But people outside are saying, this isn't possible. A unicorn can't come back as an undead. It's a pure being.
As someone says this is impossible, I would say to Gregaro and telepathically say, my name is Galaga, and I was brought back to right the wrong that you committed.
Psychologically, that would be good since no one else is hearing this, just him in his head. he's already a broken man. Went against his beliefs to save his own skin. Yeah, Galaga, go ahead. I don't know why I'm calling you Galaga now. Technically true. Go ahead and roll for me. Deception or persuasion? Again, how you believe you are doing things.
If I'm polymorphed, I don't have the same stats though. I have horse stats, right?
No, these are your mental abilities.
So you would get.
That's
You would have. So how it works is your physical stats are that of.
That's only
horse?
for wild shape.
I'm gonna say your mind's strong enough to keep its
Okay.
own senses. You can use your own stats
Okay, cool.
involving wisdom and intelligence.
So what do you want me to roll?
Either persuasion or deception, depending on how you see things happening. He has definitely lied to people, so definitely persuasion. Or you technically are lying to him because you are not the unicorn. So it can
I have the
be
same.
either. Your choice.
Yeah, I feel like deception would feel better. So I'll roll that.
Okay. The man's mind is
Wow.
mind
yeah.
is pretty fractured. You can have not persuasion, advantage on this.
Oh, did I not roll it? Oh, I got advantage. Okay. Well, I'll just roll it again. I was about to click Tides of Chaos. 18. There we
18.
go.
You can see that this man is not stable. Many of the people are frantically looking towards him, towards the unicorn, and even some of his devout followers are looking towards him, talking towards him as if saying, well, you guys can hear it, so I don't know why I'm saying as if saying, Father, what exactly is going on? This can't be real, right? But he is not listening to them. Instead, you hear mumblings first, and then physical shouts after a while, repeating, it's not my fault, it's not my fault, it's not my fault, again and again and again. You can tell that people are beginning to freak out. Some people are moving away from this area, and some of his followers are also following suit, making sure that everyone else is okay. Many of them are saying, the father's going through something right now, trying to placate this, and many of the followers are also stating, is it real? Is it true? You can tell that you've very much so convinced a lot of the congregation here. But right now, his followers are also, trying to make sure there isn't a stampede, what's going on. So many of the crowd has dispersed close to Gregaro. If there's anyone in your team that moves away, you can feel free to say so, but there are very, very little people here remaining. Out of the game,
And
I'm
then
just removing NPCs.
Yeah, as people are leaving, using thaumaturgy, it'll be more like, why?
And I would stand up as like I would like do like the whole horse thing where you like stand up on like two legs for a second.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You rise up on two hooves, shouting in this cry as dust casts out thaumaturgy once more, projecting his voice, just shouting "Why?" both in Celestial and then in Common, to have the normal people hear it. But Gregaro can understand Celestial, so he understands both. He is perfectly both.
And using thaumaturgy, it will be loud enough that things are like shaking, like the windows are rattling.
Yeah.
Type of thing.
As they begin to rattle, you remember that the spell can also technically break windows, so some of them shatter.
Wow.
You've effectively broken this man mentally, but he is holding on to a spell. The spell has been cast. It's been casting. So here's what's gonna happen. You've ruined this man. First of all, good job. You've ruined this man's reputation.
Oh yeah, great.
Yeah, I would mentally tell Dust at this point. Dust,
Yeah,
is it time to use your spell?
Oh my god.
the hex spell, or
You can't talk to me. I'm just telling you that.
no. Like I'm talking above game.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of at this
You
point, I
you
will
would know.
Yes. I will inflict hex on him.
Okay.
So
I'm gonna allow Hex to go out first. But here's what's gonna happen. Hex, got it. As this man mentally, breaks down, the spell he's been holding on to, well, bring in an attack force into the capital, a massive amount of an attack force, mind you, it is now unleashed since he is mentally not able to keep it in. His leadership role has been destroyed effectively. But the spell has been cast. It's been cast for quite some time, so the spell can potentially take out or take in an entire city's worth of people. So, unfortunately, his mind is fractured, so he is not in the best state of being talked down to bring down the spell. And he's also not a good guy, so he probably wouldn't hear your words to begin with. You need to defeat him. Go ahead.
Sorry, out of game. What if I cast command and just say calm?
I think there's
No.
a calm spell.
There's,
Or
is
that.
There is a calm
calm
spell. I
there
guess.
is a calm spell.
Yeah,
There's a-
there is.
Oh, wait, hold. I didn't know about. Wait, really?
Yes.
Shoot, okay.
Perhaps calm could finally tune this down, but command would not be able to do that. He's already cast the spell and it's been going on. It's just been picking up power. You can do whatever you want, but the way I've seen, or at least one of the ways that this can be done, is defeating him with enough time that his power diminishes enough that it doesn't take the entire city with it or brings in an entire city's worth. Not enough time, two things can happen. One, it would jettison out a whole bunch of people into a plane of existence that they have no idea where they're going to and could be trapped there forever. Or it could bring in a whole bunch of people and they would have no idea who it is. Could be good guys, could be bad guys. You do not know what's on the other end. Except technically you do, because it is connected to the plane of air. So we're going to go into turn order. So everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Am I rolling horse stats or am I rolling
If you're
Nikolai
staying in
stats?
a horse stats.
Okay, so I'm gonna use the stats of a war horse if that's cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Seriously?
Did you roll?
Oh,
Oh,
man,
wow.
those
Okay,
are
so
bad.
a war
These are
horse
bad.
has a dex of 1, so I will add 1 to this initiative roll.
If you want, but I'm allowing you to not be a horse if you don't want to.
Oh,
Yeah,
I can
no.
change.
Yeah, no, polymorph is on. Like, you can eliminate that spell on command.
Oh, okay. If we want to do that, sure. I'll just be like, it was all a ruse. It was Nikolai, and then I change back.
The man's already mentally broken. You can't
Okay.
break him further.
That is mentally broken.
Okay. So I gotta click. I don't have my token.
Oh, yeah.
I guess I'll.
I forgot I removed it because you were a horse right now. Copy. And paste. Oops, wrong layer.
Oh, there we go.
There we go.
Found it. And initiative. Yay! Natural 20.
Man.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
What's his disadvantage on his hex?
It's going to be wisdom.
Okay. I mean, he's already broken. I guess I thought you would like. I don't know if it would be wisdom.
No. This is for another thing entirely.
Man, I wish you should have shown like intelligence. That would have helped me out.
No.
The only wisdom saving throw spell I have is polymorph.
Well, another thing is he's a priest,
Yeah.
and the people we'll be fighting are priests, and they tend to have a fairly decent wisdom stat.
Yeah.
So
Very much true. All right. Nikolai, you're up first.
Ooh, let's go. Okay. I like this music. That's great. Okay. Nikolai would look at Gorgero, be like, "It is me, Nikolai, and we're here to come and protect this land from all of this villainy that Glacia has brought upon the whole entire land." And then I look at him, and then I cast. I learned this spell. I really want to actually. Actually no. I'll hit him with something lower first. Let's do a. Yeah. Quicken. I'm gonna quicken a spell first. So I use 2 sorcery points to quicken, and I'm going to cast a psychic lance on him. Boop.
Use your meta magic to quickly summon up a mental lance and sling it directly towards the man. Make an intelligence saving throw. And not that you knew this, I was going to give his first saving throw disadvantage.
Wow, nice.
Unfortunately, though, this man is wise and smart.
Mm.
But, you know, disadvantage is a disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
20. 23.
Oh, I'm gonna use a. Wait, that was my bonus action. Rick. Wait, it's a reaction. I can use my reaction. Reaction. Bend luck. Let's see if I can make that lower. And then that's actually 2 more sorcery points. And then I'm gonna roll a d4 and see if I can get a 3. Yes. Okay. So,
Nice.
Oh, that meaning he needed to
17.
be. That needed to be a lower. He needed to be a 4
Oh.
because you would match it.
If it meets, it beats, yeah. This man, while mentally dominated by your horrible actions. Bad man. Don't feel bad.
It needed to be a. Oh crap! I don't know why I did that.
Mind is too full of himself, I suppose, to have the lance crash all the way through. Does he at least get half damage?
No.
Okay. I tried. Movement.
So that was my bonus action and my reaction.
Yeah, you also quicken the spell, so.
Yeah.
Yep.
And I will throw. How far is he away? Oh, he's close. Okay. That's cool. I'm gonna throw a thorn whip at him, and I don't know why I did a thorn whip because I'm bad at doing spell attacks. 12.
Shooting at the thorn whip, aiming towards the man. It reaches towards him, and some of the spell does flicker it away. Thematically, you just miss, but it flickers it away.
Nikolai feels like he's accomplished a lot this turn, and he will go over next to Whisper. Whisper, do your stuff.
Okay. Sure. Ada, as you're standing next to the vortex, you can tell you can enter it if you want to. It just hasn't been fully cast out. It's just thematically there.
So I can go up to. I'm not gonna try to say anything. I'm gonna butcher it.
You can take your sword and slap him in the face if you want. It won't teleport you away. I'm saying
Oh,
this now
sweet.
if Nikolai wants to change his movement.
All right, I was going to. Okay.
I'm just saying you because you're literally right next to it. Whisper looking towards Gregero does state, "Sure, I suppose." Brings out her daggers, throws them directly towards him. Uses her bonus action to. Oh, no, she would have dropped stuff when she threw Opal's sister's head in the crowd. Yeah, gonna use bonus action to go into a stealth position. 19 plus modifier easily gets advantage on the attack. And sneak attack as well. 18 hits, modifier 4. Doesn't matter. Go with the first one. I get that.
Yep.
Immediately, these daggers do 2d6 points of damage, plus 5, total of 15, and then sneak attack damage that is 5d6. I rolled very low on that one. Total of 24. And then she shoots the second dagger straight at his face. No longer at advantage, but 12 plus modifier does hit. That is 2d6. She rolled higher on that than 5d6. Okay. She did good damage, but it is very sad she didn't do better damage. At initiative round 20, losing to anyone that ties, I want everyone in the room to go ahead and roll for me. Either you can choose a strength saving throw or a dexterity saving throw.
I have the same for both. I rolled the wrong one.
You know what the spell is. You know what is currently going on.
I can't believe I rolled the wrong one.
You do have advantage.
Did you see?
Yeah. Even if you roll the right one, it would still be a natural one, but you have advantage. So try to roll the correct one this time.
I was like right next to it, and I was like, wait, and my mouse shifted down.
Natural 20, nice. 14, 15, 15 works, and 65.
These are my rolls now. All right. Oh my god, there's a nat 20 in there.
And bump. Come on, roll 20. Okay. Ada, Fauna, and Opal all feel energy spouting about from this circulating pool. Everyone else does feel this as well, but you're able to hold on or keep grip on something nearby you. Everyone that failed, which is Ada, Fauna, and Opal, all get dragged towards him to the extent that you cannot move away from him. That is the extent of what just happened. Ada, you feel the pull towards the man, but you cannot push away or move away from him. But you can go around.
Honestly, I'm not mad about it because I was going to go up and attack him anyway, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Somehow he got 15. This man is immensely dominated. Looking towards the group, he is shouting nonsense, going, "It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I did it to protect them. I did it to protect them." Ada, even with your passive perception, you can tell that this is what he believes, but this is not the truth. And then again, you never asked the man what exactly happened. He looks towards Nikolai since he was the horse at that point in time, Unicorn. This is all your fault. He begins to draw out his hand towards you.
You're lying to yourself.
A man can lie quite well towards himself. He can only target 2 of you because the third one, 30 feet. I think Fawn is close enough.
Wait, 30 feet? Oh, that's out of my range.
Yeah.
No, I mean like where the target strikes, it needs to be within 30-foot range of each other, and Fauna is within range.
Oh, okay.
Whisper, Nikolai, and Fauna, unless someone does something. He begins to cast a spell, and a cloud begins to erupt quickly. But there, on top of Nikolai, Whisper, and Fauna, as an arcing lightning bolt heads towards Whisper first, then Nikolai, then Fauna.
I'll allow it.
Okay, dexterity save. As chain lightning is cast.
Dexterity 6. Yeah. It's that kind of day.
Okay. Ba, 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 ba. Whisper obviously passed. And Fauna has better strength, but that is still a 14. But not enough to pass, but you know, better than anything else.
Am I thunderstruck?
You are thunderstruck. A lightning bolt just shoots in, first towards Whisper, Nikolai, and then Fauna. Whisper is able to move, then does uncanny dodge to take no damage. Just immediately moves faster than lightning, I guess. Nikolai, you do take 10d8 points of damage.
What? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a strong one, which is why I asked if anyone countered it.
Dang, that's a lot of damage.
I'm gonna negate as much as I can.
Okay, here's Nikolai's batch.
Oh, I can't use a reaction, can I?
You've used the reaction
Yeah.
last time, unfortunately.
Wait.
Yeah, you did.
You used it on your turn, and it hasn't been your turn again.
Question.
Yes.
So I have the robe of the Thunder Mage on, right?
Yeah,
Does that
if you're
do
wearing
anything? Does that do anything?
it gives you spells.
Okay, it doesn't have because what's really sucky about this right now is because I have a potion of lightning resistance on me.
You didn't take it.
No, I didn't. So that does that's okay.
I'm
I'll
not
take
trying to be mean. It's
I know.
unfortunate. You have
I
to
know.
settle help.
So, well, I mean, 40. Okay.
Okay.
So
And this is Fauna's batch.
100.
So however you want to negate that, Dust, you can do what you want to.
I'm going to negate 14 from Fauna
Okay.
and 15 from Nikolai.
Nikolai, increase your
1,
HP
2, 3,
by
4,
15.
5.
So you'd be at 87.
Yep. Nice.
Okay. Bonus action, you do see him press onto his sides as if comforting himself. Mentally broken. But you also see he's activating a magical item on this person as his robes begin to sheen and glimmer.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
but-
can I see it from here?
Yeah, you saw his robe sheeming glimmer. It is Nikolai. Dust. If Dust was by the same range as Nikolai's visual, he could probably see it and get a better roll Arcana disadvantage.
Oh, okay.
You're not exactly a crafter, but you know you've seen Dust create a thing
13.
here and there. You know his robes are magical. You've
Okay.
seen Dust create a thing here and there. It seems to be a defensive thing rather than an offensive thing. So at the very least, more lightning isn't going to come out.
I'm wondering, basically all I'm wondering, is it the robe or is it an item?
It's the robe. He activated the
Okay.
robe.
Okay,
The clothing he wears on him.
gotcha.
Opal's turn. Doesn't want that to happen. Comes forwards. Can only move 30 feet. Hopefully that's close enough, or she will have to spend her action to get closer. Range of this is 45. Just barely.
Wow.
Using her cipher language, she begins to say something again, and these weird, almost palm over palm gloves, she aims them directly towards Gregaro, and one of the weird metallic pieces on them just jettisons out towards him. As that happens, it binds into flesh, and let's see if he can make a save. Ba-ba-ba. Oh, wisdom, nice.
Wisdom.
Nope.
Yeah.
As this weird metal piece binds into Gregaro's flesh, it doesn't proc whatever he just activated, which means that Opal's thing is not exactly an attack. But it does bind in, and you see Ada, because highest passive perception. Just barely, Ada, you can tell that something is discoloring around where his ankle is, where that piece of metal lodged itself at. You don't know what's going on, but it can't be good.
Oh.
Huh.
In some ways, Opal is the nastiest member on our team.
Oh yeah, very very much. Can I make an Arcana check?
Sure. This would be more of a tinker's check. You can roll intelligence.
Just like an intelligence save, or
Just intelligence. D20 plus your intelligence modifier.
which is the big number, right?
Yeah. No, small number.
Small number.
Yeah.
Wait. So if I'm looking at my saving throws, the ones I have are intelligence. I have that.
You can just roll a save. It's the same thing.
All right. Yeah, that's all right.
As long as you're not proficient in it, that's fine.
No, I'm not. Got a 17.
Opal is very good at dismembering magic and destroying it. If he had to guess, she is doing something similar to that on the human body. Technically, he's an Asimar, but that's besides the point.
Okay.
Grok comes in fully ready with his weapons, takes out his sword and tries to drive it in. As soon as that happens, the man almost flickers in place as the blade just drives through his body and then through it again. No blood was drawn. Freaked out, Grok goes for the swing again. Does have 2 attacks. And continues to miss. Bonus action, just gonna take another shot. Grok's not doing great today. Yeah. And I can't even tell you what currently is happening because no one else is nearby. I'll let that be your hint. No idea what's going on. Vol comes over, takes out some seeds, throws them towards Gregero, making him have to do a dexterity saving throw.
No.
The vines
Oh,
almost
man.
wrap around him, but he is just...
Wow.
He's doing good.
He's quick.
He's like freaking.
Bonus action prepares to give someone a healing potion if they need it. Dust.
Okay. I'm going to move forward. And kind of right here. Then using my action, I'm going to take out the Holy Orchid Spike and spike it in the pew right next to me.
Is he on?
Activating
is he
it.
undead? I don't know. Okay. I guess it helps.
Well,
It helped last time.
so it gives us sanctuary.
I did read over the spell, and as soon as you guys do attack, it does negate Sanctuary after that. But attacks against you do have disadvantage until you guys attack.
Ah.
Okay. Well, I'm mostly using this so that
I'm going to say the first attack, Sanctuary is still on. After that, you know what you're doing.
yeah. And there's that and shoot. I'm mostly using it so that he can't be brought back to life.
Good call.
So that's the biggest thing that I'm using it for.
Yeah. You spike in this without any issue. It binds in an array of... I think this will cover most of the church.
It will.
I'm just going to use this gate door as sanctuary marker.
Pretty sure it's the whole church.
Yeah, it's a 60-foot radius.
60-foot circle, visible, boom. Yeah, basically church. Except for this small corner.
Yeah, no, it's just like...
Yeah.
Yeah, all effective purposes,
Yeah,
church.
yeah.
Church covered.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the overlay kind of like I like the map without the. Yeah.
I just wanted to check out. But yeah, Dust, you drive it in. Anything else you're doing? I would say you have a bonus action left and whatever movement you have remaining.
Okay, going to move. No, let me see where. How. I think that used up all my.
From what I remember, I saw 25, so I think you have 5 feet.
No, I'm good right there. I essentially
Oh, sorry,
used up
my bad. I did not mean to click that. I wish
Yeah,
I
yeah.
could delete it.
I essentially used up my movement for that.
Okay.
And I don't have anything else that I can use as a bonus action unless if you allow me to throw a spice ball at his face, but
Yay.
I'll allow it, but you need to roll athletics.
yeah,
Unless you can
no, that's
convince
fine.
me to roll acrobatics.
Oh no, definitely not acrobatics, just an athletics. would
Okay,
be fine.
let me check distance. Distance is 40 feet. I'm going to say after the good 15 feet, it takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. DC to beat 15.
Yeah, it just kind of flops on the ground.
You toss it into this vortex. It plops on the ground, and then the vortex scatters it away into who knows where.
Hmm.
Effectively missing, but it sounds cooler if it goes away by magic. Fauna, not wanting to be the only one to attack this thing, goes into her primal state using her action, giving her another boost of speed. So 30 into 15.
Whoa.
Bonus action left, she can use her secondary primal state effect to put herself in brambles, causing anyone that attacks her to take 5 points of damage. That hit.
Hmm.
That is her turn. Ada.
Wow. I was gonna make that.
Ada, go!
I was gonna say the outside joke that Fauna is technically the Hulk if you think about it, but
Yeah, a little bit.
yeah, I love it. So 5, 10, 15. Well, also using freaking Divine Strike, which I believe is already activated if I hit. Let me pull up the sword. I didn't realize how many damage weapons I have. Oh, that's
21 does hit.
okay.
I was just checking if you had advantage. You do not, unless I misplaced something.
I
But you still hit. Unfortunately, they are not an undead or a devil, so 13 doesn't do anything. But the 16 does.
Well, it would do a flat radiant damage.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
It wouldn't do double that. It just wouldn't
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
'Cause
you're
it has
right
the
on that one.
sword, because the sword is 1d8, and then the divine strike is 1d8.
Yes, correct. So a total of 29 damage would be done. Thank you for reminding me. For some reason, I already knew that. I just blinked today.
Yeah.
You slap
16's
his face
right.
very, very hard. It
She
does
has that
hurt.
in there.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, we're good. Okay.
Yeah, 16 and 13 qualify. It's just the doubling of 13 does not affect because not undead.
Okay. I thought 13 was because it was undead. Or a fiend.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
think
but
it's-
he has not been changed.
Yeah, so never mind. If you count it, it's whatever. It's up to you. I'm not gonna.
It
Sorry,
is
I'm not.
counted,
I get
it's not doubled. The reason why it's counted is because he's marked by evil. Not that you know that. Anyways, slap him in his face real good.
I gotta stop talking sometimes.
It's fine. You now know things. Almost unhinging his jaw. Almost did as much damage as Whisper.
Okay.
Ada, anything else?
Quick question, because I always mess this up. When it comes to mass healing word, I can't pile on hit points. to
Not on the
specific-
same person.
Okay.
You had to split it up. Sorry.
Okay.
Or you wait, is that a bonus action? No, it's an action.
It is. No, it's a bonus action.
Oh no, I was thinking of your divine radiance or something.
Divine strike.
No, the other
The-
one.
oh.
Your yeah, never mind. Yeah, do what you're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
The ones that are hurt are Dust, Opal, Nikolai, and everyone else are okay right now.
Is it 30 feet that you can heal people?
I think so.
It's the range is 60 feet.
Okay, you're good.
Church. You have the entire. Well, technically it's a chapel, but besides the point.
Yeah, as a bonus action, I will do mass healing word.
Cool.
Then get it load in. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's. But to Dust, Nikolai.
So I should add your bonuses because you're healing abilities.
Yeah, you would include your spell modifier into that as well. So that'd be 6 plus whatever Ada's bonus would
which
be.
is 3, I believe.
The
I was actually not damaged. I just totally forgot to
oh.
do up my current hit points after the rest. I was just
thought
like,
you were
42. I was just like, wait a minute, I'm not there.
I also forgot that, so that is my bad. Ada, you can obviously heal yourself up.
I added
well,
9.
always, 88. So the proficiency bonus, right?
Yes.
Or okay, that's 4.
I believe it would be proficiency plus your modifier of your spell, and I believe that is wisdom based.
Yeah,
Yes. So that is.
10.
It already added the +4.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, plus
Yeah.
4. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
So,
so it would- she would-
okay.
Plus your
She would add
modifier.
it.
So plus
Yeah.
plus 3 then. I think at
Yeah.
this level. So yeah,
Right?
add an additional 3 to your healing after the 6. So a total of 9.
So it's just everyone who's hurt.
Yeah.
Besides Doug, because apparently he's not hurt. Okay.
Whisper
that'll
would be if rogues weren't weird.
Yeah,
Um,
that'd be it.
okay,
Because
Slapping his face in. You can move if you want to, but remember, moving away could potentially cause an attack of opportunity. But you don't see a knife or a sword on him. Or a hammer.
or any close range weapons. Okay.
He has a robe on, and whatever is underneath the robe. Streetwear, perhaps?
And to be given, he was not anticipating a full-on attack.
That is true.
So
Nikolai.
inspecting him from where I'm standing, how does Gregoro look?
The man is hurt. He definitely took a lot of damage thanks to Whisper and Ada. He does wear metal over his body that does fly up in the air as if repelled by some sort of magnetic force. He does wear a nice visor over his eyes, but it's all cosmetic, the visor at the very least. As you can see underneath them, he does contain 2 golden iris eyes and a curved ear, which suggests half-elven blood. Silver hair suggests celestial blood as well. He dawns onto him, now muddied and a little bit bloodied, in red, robed attire. There does seem to be a book around his right side, but that book itself seems to belong to a denomination, which just means a religion or some type of faith. To his left side seems to be a small little pouch where he likely has communal things to, give to people, to give them blessings and small things like that.
So is there anything?
And shoes.
So do I need to make a roll to see if I can look for any kind of what's he using for spell to like cast spells, or if he has any magical things on him?
By the way it looks, go ahead and roll Insight or Arcana. You can't do both, but you can choose one.
Arcana 22.
The man's a warlock.
Oh, so he doesn't need anything to cast spells.
No, unfortunately.
Okay. Okay. Well, that answers my question. Okay, Whisper, are you good here? I'm gonna go do something.
Yeah, hopefully no more lightning happens. Because you know he's a warlock, it means he likely had a patron of a celestial heritage until more than likely broke that pact, so he can't get any stronger, perhaps, but he's also now considered a fallen ASMR.
All right. I'm gonna go up here, and I'm gonna look at this guy, and then point my finger at him. Like, I don't like you. You killed a unicorn. And cast Disintegrate.
You cast Disintegrate on this man as your friends are nearby. Hopefully it doesn't miss. It'd be weird if it missed, because that's not how spells work. Well, not all of them.
Holy cow, that's some damage.
Dexterity. Proficient in dexterity, but that's only a +4.
Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's go. And I'm gonna, okay. Let's see. I'm gonna do. How many is that? Yeah, I can do that. I'll throw that in
And mentally not stable, so he doesn't have advantage on Arcana.
there.
Which is
So
good.
I have. How do I keep track of this? I hate doing numbers. Okay.
Go ahead and roll Wild Magic, by the way.
Oh, okay. Let me do that. I have to recount some of these, take off some of these numbers. Oh, that was the 20. I don't know why I did that. I have to roll 100.
Oh, no,
58.
that was no. The D20 was whether or not it procced.
Oh, no. No, I just roll wild magic when Dogma tells me to.
If he's used his daily thing, I just make him do it the next spell he does.
Is it 59 or 58?
58.
58? Oh, crap. Okay.
You lose the next fighter.
No, for the next minute, any flammable object you touch that isn't being worn or carried by another creature burst into flames.
You're
Then
burning
I
the carpet.
touch.
Currently.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna subtract some numbers real quick. So, 73 minus 1 and those 2s. So that's 6. So 73 minus 7. That would be 66. And then I get a reroll. Is those D6s?
I believe
No,
so.
no, 10. Yeah, those are D6s. Okay, so I'll reroll 4 D6s. So now I add 66 plus 18. So 4. So total that'd be 84 damage.
Nice. The man fails the spell. Since you broke his mind, he did have advantage or any on Arcana checks. But you know, you can't really do that. Uninsane. That made no sense. He does take the full assault, and he is bloodied, like for sure. His garments are still there, but like some of the metal does decay and break apart. The shoes are now gone. They weren't magical; they were just nice shoes. And like half of the mask is also deteriorated. A good amount of his flesh is burned and charred thanks to the necrotic damage as it eats into his flesh. And whatever's Opal's thing is currently happening, it is happening even more as currently his lower right leg is being marred with a blue tint to it. And most of the time, Ada's the only healer in the area currently. That is due to a lot of blood loss, and in this case, potential magical power. Not a good look for him. Nikolai, anything else?
It was a pretty good turn, I think. That made up for the last one. Yeah, I'm good.
Okay.
I might touch like a book or something.
You touch a book. It's on fire. Whisper gets a little bit closer. Sort of. Yeah,
Watch
I'll
out,
put her here.
Whisper. Don't touch me.
Wasn't planning on it. Okay. Whatever. She begins to use her basically daggers, shoots them into the air, but instead of throwing it at him, she just shoots them into the air. She keeps one in the palm and she begins to cast a spell inside of it. As she casts it, you see the other one flickering in a glowing light. Gregero looks up, begins to cast another spell. As a reaction, you guys can tell what the spell is being cast, known as Counterspell. I'll wait 3 seconds.
Hey, I counterspell the counterspell.
You counterspell the counterspell. He was not preparing to cast a high one, so it just gets countered.
Ada gets a reaction.
I do?
Yes, he cast a spell.
Oh, frick, I forgot about that. Hold up.
Yeah, even if he failed to cast it, he still attempted to cast it.
Alright, so I can still attack with the Holy Adventure, right?
And you get
Enough.
advantage on your attack.
You can hit him in the face.
Nice.
26.
26, 26 and 26 damage. You just hit him in the face for a lot of damage. It does hit hard, and he is not close to death, but he is quite certainly close to it. Wasn't expecting Disintegrate to hit so hard.
That's the first time I thirsted disintegrate somebody, so.
That's fair. The spell that Whisper is casting is known as Lightning Bolt. What her daggers can do, which never needed to do it beforehand, because not a lot of people were close to enemies, is able to transport one spell into the other dagger, effectively making them a chain. She is casting Lightning Bolt to just hit the man straight up on top of him and dive down, not hitting anyone else. So he needs to make a dexterity save or take 8d6 lightning damage.
Wow.
He succeeded, but
He still takes half damage.
he still takes half damage. That is 8d6 reduced by half. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. As the lightning bolt bursts into his face, round it down. I'll round it up to 10. It hits him hard, but he is not dead just yet. But he is not looking good. So much damage has been dealt to this man. As more electricity burns in, Opal's contraption begins to get riled up again, eating into now the flesh and bone as it grows further into his leg area. If he wasn't wearing clothes, if he had to guess, it is now around his waist to maybe upper stomach area. Initiative round 20. I want everyone to go ahead and roll for me another dexterity or athletics check. Sorry, dexterity or strength save.
12.
You don't get advantage this time. So whatever you roll is what you
Come on.
roll.
Yeah.
How close do we move in?
Right in there.
This is a second effect.
Oh.
Unfortunately. Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba.
I'm actually going to use a...
A luck point?
Yes.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at us. Look at
Nice.
you.
So I saved on that one.
Okay. And currently, there are a lot of people around the circle. Anyone that did fail, you do see that the energy is spewing out. You see some things disappearing and other things appearing out of nowhere, almost flickering in place and then disappearing for good, or new things appearing out of nowhere. the spell isn't exactly the stablest thing right now. Using your own magic dust, you begin to keep your body tangible in this realm, causing the spell to wash over you, not hitting you whatsoever. Same thing with Vol, as the spell just washes over her. Nikolai, roll a 12.
Yep. Hit me.
And Ada also rolled not the best. And the others...
Having a 20 in Constitution really helps, like, just being a sponge to damage. It's
Yeah.
Okay, so everyone else except for Dust, Fauna, and...
If I wasn't a sorcerer,
Vol.
at this point, I'd have 170 HP plus.
Okay, Ada and Nikolai, I want you to both roll for me. This would have to be an intelligence check. An intelligence save with disadvantage, or else
Oh.
you will be teleported away.
That is frick. Oh my god. Oh, no! Oh, that sucks.
It's
I'm
me!
sorry. No!
I'm going to roll
Nikolai.
one for Grok and the rest before I tell you if you succeeded or failed.
Oh boy. Oh.
That's Grok.
Oh, those are not good. Those
That's
are,
Whisper.
oh god. Oh, ow. Not again.
And that is Opal.
Ported everywhere. This is the second time we've done this so many people.
The spell begins to interlock around you. Truth be told, Nikolai, you didn't have to roll a disadvantage because you were far enough away from the circle, but you still rolled a 9, unfortunately.
Yep. This is fun, isn't it?
DC to beat 18.
No! So close.
Strong guy,
God.
unfortunately.
Man.
Rock, Ada, Whisper, Opal, Nikolai. You all seem to disappear out of nowhere. The light emanating from around your bodies begin to burst in and teleport you away. You're not dead, but more on that in a minute.
Uh-oh.
On Grok's actual turn, Gregaro, wrong NPC, evil NPC, looks towards the rest of the people that are here. Charred, burned away, almost honestly dead. This is my fault. This is my fault. She told me if I could do this, they'd survive. My congregation. I did it for them. I did it for them. And looking towards you all, he's going to cast something again in the epicenter of Vol, Fauna, and Dust.
Counterspell.
I do have Dispel. So Dust, if you're casting Counterspell, that'll work.
I don't have counterspell.
Vol has Dispel. That unfortunately doesn't work in this case. So a fireball just erupts in between all of you
Okay.
as it begins to
damage?
burn in. You have to roll a dexterity saving throw. You don't just take damage.
Natural 20.
You take no damage. A fireball does erupt and Fauna is covered in flame. Her bestial mode does get affected heavily by fire, but she's not dead. She is hurt.
She has the shirt that gives her fire resistance.
Oh, she only
So-
takes half of what she's getting, so she only takes 17. She's not dead. She's just hurt. Vol also takes the full extent, I believe. I probably should have shown you the rolls instead of telling you. +3. Nope, Vol takes half.
Oh wait.
Hmm.
Oh, it's an area damage, not a pinpoint.
Yeah, it bursts into flames. Gregaro, is just not doing good. Vol uses her movement to get towards Fauna, uses the rest of her movement at half speed to get here. I think she can get one more. Uses her bonus action to give Fauna a health potion. Looks towards the man and tries to pin him down again. Must make dexterity saving throw. Succeeds. Looks towards you. This isn't working. Dust.
No, it is not. And I'm going to lift up my lamp and fire 3 Eldritch Blasts at him.
As you raise up your lamp, you do see that right around where his neck area is, beyond the robes, that creeping blue begins to wrap around the lower part of his jaw. 14 unfortunately misses.
Yeah.
15 does hit. Sorry, 25 does hit. And 13 unfortunately misses.
I'm going to use my point of inspiration that I have for that first Eldritch Blast. Ah, that didn't work. So, but then I'm going to use a lucky point for this third one that missed. 29, okay.
Well, the man only had 17 HP left, and 8 plus 15 will do it.
Yeah, plus I had my Genie Lord's Favor points, and so that would have dealt an additional 10. And then I had Hex on him, so that would have hit him twice, but so for 2d6 necrotic, so.
Dust, how do you want to finish this man off?
And I'll just kind of walk closer to him and then be like, Priest, you should know the Glacia never really keeps her word. Keeps her word at times, but it's out for blood. And then just well, hit him twice. And then just kind of like guard him.
Yeah. You shoot out one bolt, and he looks towards it, and it fades through him. If you had to guess, if someone was nearby, they would potentially take the damage, which was the potential risk factor of getting close to him or having someone nearby. Didn't proc. I'm just telling you now. Surprisingly, didn't never procced.
Wow, even with disintegrate, that's funny. It has to be a targeted? I guess it has to be.
It has to be targeted, yeah.
God. Yeah, like a spell attack or something.
Yeah. Like, if you swing with a sword, it could go through if you missed and hit the guy next to him.
Gotcha.
That being said, though, the other two Eldritch Blasts pierce into him and mar him. As they go in, the energies themselves begin to coalesce around the body. The man is already effectively dead, but the energy of magic begins to burst in, and that strange blue marring on his face begins to overlap it almost in an instant. The life in his face is gone, and he hits the ground motionless. It was the spell, your spell, that killed him off, but whatever Opal did, it made sure he wouldn't come back. And then there's also the Sanctuary spell.
Well, it's Holy Ground spell.
Very much true.
Yeah.
This man is never getting up again. So, effectively, combat is over. However,
sorry.
Yeah,
excited.
we're gone.
Peace.
Thus, you can tell that the body is no longer viable, which means the spell can no longer be cast out to jettison anyone here or to bring anyone to the other side. But your team is now gone. You do not know where they're at, but there is enough energy here that it will soon dissipate and go away. So you have potentially two options. Third, truthfully. One is to stop the spell yourself and completely dispel it, allowing nothing potential risk factors to happen. 2 is jumping in and seeing what may happen, allowing your own energy to transport yourself, wasting at the very least a level 3 spell slot or higher to use the spell to transport you and everyone else around you to wherever your friends went. Or 3, dealer's choice.
Okay. Above game, we are going to be leveling up with this, right?
Yeah, like above game, you are going to be leveling up.
Okay.
Sweet.
So did we? I guess
So
you can't say it. We're still in game. So just
Still in game.
role
You're just
play
tracking
what you're
them
doing.
down.
With that, Dust is going to pick up the spike, very quickly, and he's like, "Fauna, Vol, we go through. Give it back to everybody. I have a way that we can get back. We have a way that we can get back."
Okay. All right. You begin to bolt in, casting a quick spell to flash yourself into the next plane of existence. You cast a spell to only target you 3. The rest of the city is spared and will eventually calm down and will be saved. Thankfully enough, due to the actions that you have already caused. For sure, people will realize what has happened. People will discover the documents he's had, the conversations he's had, and, well, everything else. Where you guys will go, well, we'll see right now. We can take a 5-minute break if you want right here, or we continue on until the session's over. I'll leave it up to you guys.
I think it depends on what you guys want to do, because I think we're close to the end.
We
Yeah,
have like 30
Every time
minutes.
30 minutes at most. Yeah, 30 minutes.
We can keep on going until we're good to the close. I think that's
mean-
fine with me.
Dongwood, do
Yeah.
you need to do anything before we continue?
Not right now. After the game's done, I need to give my cat their medicine, but that's basically it. And I have enough time for that. So not to worry on my end.
Okay.
All right, I'm good with it.
Okay.
As we're going through, I will be attempting to close it as we are leaving, after we've gotten through.
Yeah. Using the spell as you do so, the spell on that end does proc and then dispel as soon as it's cast. Without a controller there is no reason for it to continue to be open. So that in itself does work out. And then you all get sent here. I want first Ada, Nikolai, and the other NPCs to go ahead and roll dexterity saving throws as you are jettisoned into the air and are falling onto a dirt. Honestly, it looks like dirt. You might fall 30 feet.
I have a question.
Yes.
Well, it's interesting how portals work. Does the portal work in the same time span, or does it take a certain amount of time before they came through? Like is it minutes after, or seconds after we go through, they come through, or is
It's
it
like 10 seconds after they go through.
Oh, okay. So sometimes there's a time delay where one person goes through and then it takes 10 minutes before the next group actually goes through, even though it was seconds before before.
In this case, I didn't plan it that far ahead, so I thought, within the same time frame of how long they took, and it was 10 seconds.
Cool.
But yeah, you all begin to basically arc out of the spell circle and then fall into this area. You begin to use your dexterity to try to brace yourself, and before you even hit the ground, you just float in the air for a second and then hit the ground. Effectively, you did make it a dexterity saving throw, but there's also something more there. Looking around you can see some people didn't make it. Not you guys, but other people that have teleported here weren't so lucky. Around 10 seconds later, Dust, Fauna, and Vol also jettison out. Dust, I want you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Got it.
I
Nice.
3-point land it. No. I finish it like a gymnast.
Yeah. You
Man,
get
Dust is doing a Nikolai today.
you do so, jumping in, and then before you even hit the ground, do the whole gymnast thing of like ta-da, capital Y. But you are like at 15 feet in the air. You're slowly descending, and then you realize you're slowly descending. That doesn't make sense. That's not how gravity works. And then you eventually hit the ground with a quick flourish as if the wind cushioned your fall. And then... everyone go ahead and roll for me. Just a luck check. D20. Lowest loses.
Perception check?
No, D20. Just luck.
I'm surprised you didn't roll a boy. Okay.
Oh, let's go, 2. Oh, man.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yes.
For some reason, Nikolai, you are correct. Sometimes it does delay, but usually for certain reasons or things of that nature. Maybe your magic doesn't really work with other things, or maybe you yourself aren't exactly compatible with magic. Opal eventually does arrive 15 minutes after everyone else. Not a massive delay, but a delay nonetheless. And she is just thrown out rather than just arced out. She's just jettisoned straight towards Nikolai. Nikolai, go ahead and roll dexterity saving throw. Unless you're trying to catch her, then athletics check.
Okay.
She's not going to die if you move to the side, but she is going to take damage.
Who is it?
Opal.
Sure, whatever. Athletics.
You catch her, but, you still take damage. But I'm going to say it's reduced to half because you did a nice thing. You both take half of 4d6. Reduced
Ow.
down, that is 8. She's hurt, but not dead. Ow. Oh, sorry about that. Gets off of you. Thanks, Nikolai. Offers to pick you up with her hand, immediately brings it back, takes off that weird glove, gives you her hand again.
Yeah, did
Helps to
better in
pick you
that
up.
fight than I thought I would.
Really?
Thank
I'm
you.
pretty sure we all disappeared. You get up. Mainly by your own strength. Opal's not that strong.
Yes.
Just a kind gesture. She puts her gloves away. So, new place? Do any of you know the dead people to the right of us?
She kind of looks over.
Can I investigate the bodies?
Yeah, they're
don't-
fully dead.
I don't think they're alive. I don't
Go
think
ahead
I
and roll a
recognize
medicine
them.
check.
Medicine?
Yeah, and then investigation.
Okay, here's the medicine. Let's see what that is. 13. That's not bad. Investigation. 15.
They've been dead for about 4 to 3 days. It's definitely way beyond the point of them being revived. Looking over who or what they are, they definitely have markings indicating adventurers or mercenaries. Definitely people that can fight, but weren't expecting this area. They were hit by force. It wasn't blades. It wasn't magic. It was straight up force. And this place, whatever it is, as you look around, you only see sky. You only see blue. And you do see some distance, these strange gray objects, but they are quite far away. You're not exactly sure what they are. These people, wherever they came from, it could have been the spell, it could have not been. Likely not, but they definitely died here because something threw them or forced them here with enough damage that they hit the ground and immediately died. They do carry +1 longswords, +1 daggers, +1 armor sets, and elven boots.
Mm,
Wow.
Elven boots would be fine. Do they carry any potions on them?
I carry 2 potions. In total, 4 standard health potions.
Okay. I will put that in. Where did I have it?
Yeah. For all intents and purposes, you can increase your AC by 1 if you take their armor. They do have clothes underneath that armor set. You can upgrade a weapon by +1 if you don't have one already. And you can just take their boots, which are nice boots.
Yeah. There's only
Hmm.
one elven boots of elven kind, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Best, if you're done rummaging through corpses, I think we should find out where we are.
We're in the elemental. Oh,
I
can I
fly
roll a? Can I roll something? I would probably know where I'm at.
You guys knew what that's thanks to Ada, your investigation checks, your own historical context clues. You would know that this is the plane of air. You don't know where you're at, but you do know it's here.
We're in the plane of air.
Hmm.
Oh.
We do
Wait, this-
have we do have one potential ally here.
You seem very confident in that knowledge. I guess you've been here before.
This is where my patron resides. This is where Madame Ziri resides.
And she hasn't contacted you yet?
I thought you guys were on edge.
I'm feeling a lot more confident in myself than last time. In fact,
What
I'm just about to reach out to her and speak with her.
Vol looks towards you. Well, I suppose no point like the present. So how do we get, I don't know, maybe going with a house visit? But first, how do we find the house?
I have a connection with her. I can try to reach out to her. This is the first time that I've ever tried to reach out to her. Only other time that I've talked to her since the contract was made was when she found me.
Dust, wouldn't it make sense that if you use her magic, wouldn't she be able to connect to the source of magic pretty easily since you're in that contract? Or is it kind of, does it work?
I should be able to. The thing is I've never tried.
True.
That is where the uncertainty lies in connecting.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure that I am capable of connecting with her.
It's just like learning how to drive a
Yes.
carriage. You have to see how long it takes, and then you never know if you could drive a carriage until you grab the reins.
That is exactly what I'm trying to do.
Whisper does look towards you. As much as we would all love to see your patron, maybe taking a quick short or long rest before potential more danger.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Also, did
Very good idea.
I'm just gonna ask, but I'm pretty sure you did. You guys killed the dude, right?
He's dead.
Okay, good.
We finished him off really quickly, and then we jumped through. It actually
Oh.
looked a whole lot better with the fact
Did you-
that he was the only one that left after all those consequences, everything that was going on.
So you
Wait,
basically
did you close
we
the
went
portal?
inside. Oh,
Sorry,
Uh,
go ahead.
The portal would close because
Mhm.
he's dead. We just we just rode the last fumes of the spell here. In fact, actually, it was closing right behind us.
You know, mentally laying this out, it's funny that we basically went into a church. Well, I guess a dead horse went into a church, and then all of a sudden started saying things. We murdered a man, and then we went through a portal, and now there's a dead man in a church, all alone.
Well, I wouldn't say murdered. Be kind of.
Well, I mean,
there's a heel
finished
coming.
off, yes, a man, but it's just like when somebody walks in and then they're like, "Oh man, this man died." All I remember is a horse coming in here, and the horse is gone. I guess the horse got the revenge or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's good for us.
Gronk does state, we are ordained by the kingdom to, solve problems. We effectively stopped a horrible man from mentally dominating an entire city and potentially controlling them.
Oh, yeah, I guess the city will figure it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very much so. We do have Dust's looks towards Dust. Friend, aunt, wet nurse. I'm not exactly sure what she was to you. Friend of the family, perhaps. There to help things along and move forward. She seemed competent enough with persuading people.
Yeah, most definitely. And not only her, but there was a few others in my clan, and members of my clan, for the most part, are quite competent individuals.
He nods, and more than likely, Dust, you would have met with a few of them to help move things along.
Mm-hmm.
And fair enough, since the body didn't disappear, presumably, they'll at least, if they have a high enough caster, can speak with undead. We often do not do it when we need to interrogate someone that had died. Newly learned spell that I have actually acquired.
Not a handy spell at that.
Right. I suppose I can look towards the dead bodies, looks towards Ada, speak with some of them to see what's going on. Or, we can rest up before any of that.
I think it might be a good idea to speak with them first, just in case if we have to move first out of the area.
Fair enough.
Because there can be all sorts of potential danger here.
Okay. He does state, all right then, I can bring 2 of their spirits here. We would have a total of 6 questions. Any one of you can ask, but do be careful. If there's a question that you do ask, like, hey, how are you? That does count as one of the questions you ask. Or like, where'd you go to? Or how was your day? Those also count.
Do we want 2, or do we just really want 1?
I can do 1.
Because I don't necessarily want to waste too many of your spells.
If we do take a long rest, let's start off with 1 now. But if we do take a long rest, I do get them back.
Okay. Let's do 1 now and save save a spell slot, or just in case if we need it.
Right. More than likely, Ada did respectively place them properly, but unfortunately they're part of the map, so I can't place them properly.
She would probably just line them up like sardines in a can, if you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Arms crossed through their chest, not through their chest, over their chest. Grok begins to cast his spell. One of the few spells he does know now, because had to learn magic because you guys were strong with magic. Begins to cast it on one of them, and their mouth does begin to move. Their eyes open up, and light glimmers of light do shine through them. Effectively, the spirit has been called back to the body for a limited time. It does look towards you, surprised that it is conscious. Currently, they were somewhere else, and it does state, "What do you want?"
Hello. What is your name?
Answers 1. I am known as Patrick Alamstar. You've
What
never heard
killed
the name
you?
before. You asked that and it does state, I faced the wrath of a djinn that did not care for my words.
How long ago was this?
This was... How would time work on this plane of... this was 3 to 4 days ago. Expectedly around midnight on the 4th day. Meaning that likely during dinner time 4 days ago. Then bled out on the 3rd day. His spirit then begins to wander away, and his eyes close and rest
Oh wait,
once
that was
more.
3?
Yeah.
We only get... Oh, okay. I thought we got 6, but okay, yeah.
If he casts a spell twice.
Gotcha, my bad.
That's fine. You've never met, heard or met that name before. There's that. The
I
man
suppose...
did die
sorry.
4 days ago, thanks to him being probably sassy or rude towards a jinn, which are very powerful elemental spirits, akin to gods or demigods.
I suppose next time we'll ask more direct questions. I feel like those were more just generic. Sorry
also-
for that.
Vol does state, no, they're all right. At the very least, it does mean that there's nothing violent here right now.
Yes. I would still like a little bit more cover than where we're at. Like, is there a place that's close by that has more cover? Or is this pretty well covered?
You can go along the path and see if there's anything further on.
Do we want to take a rest here, or do we want to potentially move along and see if there's more cover?
Actually, I don't think there would be a good amount of ozone. So yeah, I'm just gonna show you. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna show you. As you look towards the path of where that Oni directional path that you make, you do see a whole bunch of other floating islands close enough that, I don't know, if you're very athletic, jump towards or figuring out a way to get to them. But they all, some of them do look like they have better coverage. The northern western one looks like the best coverage, but none of them have extreme coverage that you'll be fine. They all seem about as safe as any other.
Okay. I think we should get over to an area that has a little bit more cover. Probably maybe that island or that one over there. We will have to fly over there, though.
Flying, you say?
I don't think I haven't even flied yet. Honestly, I want to try it
Wait,
out.
what? What do you mean?
I hadn't had a chance to fly.
You can... Have you said that before, that you have flying abilities? When
I
did you
think she
get...
mentioned she was an asthma. I don't think she mentioned about flying in general.
You
In
want to
that
see
case,
who could
just
get to that?
spread
You want to
that
see who
over.
could get to the island first?
Yes.
I am not capable of summoning my elemental, an elemental to fly over. I used up all my spells.
Use my wings,
The priest.
and then try to like coax Ada to race.
Flap, flap, flap. More or less hitting on
Fine.
your back. Okay.
No. Me and Ada can race. Like she has her own wings.
Yeah. I know.
Okay.
Ada and Nikolai use either athletics or acrobatics to see who wins. After your race is complete, you guys can go back for the rest and more or less do transportation line.
Oh my gosh!
It's a very close race, but Ada for sure wins, unfortunately. With the 24.
Can I?
A little bit more
Can
natural.
I sabotage?
You are losing, and I want to see where this goes. What are you planning?
Basically, I wanted to like do like a gust and like gust one of her wings, so she kind of like loses her momentum or like her balance when she's flying.
Ada, go ahead and roll
Why would this be?
dexterity saving throw, I suppose.
Oh god, that is not gonna go well. That's not going to go well at all.
You will have disadvantage, and I'll explain
Man,
12.
why. I guess now.
no. I thought she was gonna get that 18.
Oh no, I have a disadvantage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Here's what
Okay.
happens. Thought I wouldn't have to do this yet, but one of you casted a wind spell.
Oh.
As you begin to fly in out of the area, Ada, you easily bolt through. Nikolai close ahead, but not in front of you. Being a little
Competitive.
tricky, competitive. You begin to cast a spell to cause the air to flip her around, perhaps to lose speed, and you win in the end. But as you do so, making a playful gust, instead, almost vortex wraps around Ada, far stronger than you expected, causing her to almost, like a bird that is feeling too much pressure of wind, close their wings closer to the body so they don't, lose feathers or potentially break one. Ada, go ahead and roll another
Oh my
athletics or
God.
acrobatics check. Disadvantage.
Wait, so athletics or
Okay.
acrobatics, right?
Yeah.
I'll do this after and see if I can help her because she'll have to do that first.
I am not going to murder Ada this way.
Oh, never mind.
Oh my god, never mind. I'm just kidding.
You're able to break through the wind cycle, but unfortunately, Nikolai first helps you out and then wins the race.
Oh, I was gonna be like, if she couldn't like balance herself, I was gonna use telekinesis, but
Yeah. You see her having trouble. You telekinetically grab onto her, pulling her out of the wind as it jettisons far more distance than you anticipated the spell should go. And then, still being competitive, you both race onto the Earth itself. Soon enough, you guys begin to cycle the rest of the gang here. You learn that wind spells are far stronger in the plane of air.
interesting.
Okay, are we wanted to take a long rest?
I think that would be a good idea.
I'm perfectly fine with either.
The Whisperer looks towards you guys. Did no one else see that weird tornado?
That was me.
Oh yeah, I was in it. I have no
Sorry,
idea how that happened.
sorry, Ada. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah, it definitely.
Oh, you're cheating?
What?
Be careful with
No, what?
Be careful with any spells that could be potentially along the lines of that would work with the elemental plane of air.
So does Misty Step sound like it works with Plane of Air? And I'm gonna cast it over here and see how big it is.
Okay.
Why don't you just do a lightning bolt?
No, it's a storm. Like it lasts for a certain amount of time.
Yeah,
So I didn't know if it was bigger or not. So.
I would
Oops.
send it out as far away as possible.
Okay, I'll send it out like if I can go 100. Oh, I can go far. I'll send it on this island. See what it does.
Yeah.
Those are graves.
Oh well. Hey, chaotic. I'm just kind of like, oh, that looks like a good island. Nikolai isn't. Figure
Those
that he
technically are
disturbed grave.
mausoleums. The body's no longer there. They were removed a long time ago. Not that you know that. The storm sphere immediately bursts into the area, cascading far beyond the normal range of the spell. Instead of a 40-foot radius, it goes 20-foot radius. It goes around 40 feet radius instead.
Okay, that's good to know. That's like, wait, radius? Holy, wait.
Yeah,
For
normal
real?
extent is 20-foot radius.
Oh, it's a
then
sphere.
Yeah.
Wait, so a sphere? How big is that? Freehand line, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30,
The diameter
30.
is essentially 80 feet.
Ah, that's big. That's very large. Like,
yes,
oh my gosh. I just
essentially
wow.
doubled. If I had to give it a number or a metric.
Okay, cool. Nikolai feels like he like looks at his hands like, I never felt like I had this much power before. This is too much. I feel like I need to put control to my potential. And then he walks over back to Whisper. Hey, how you doing, Whisper?
Concerned that you have a lot of wind and storm spells, but on our side, so conflicted.
Yep, great. Yep, feel great. I'm gonna go to sleep. Hopefully that doesn't go to my head.
I don't think it would.
It's going to get into his head, isn't it? She's saying that to the others.
Bobo looks towards you. Probably.
Ugh, great. Still, that was fun, though.
Grok does state, it does look entertaining. I'm not going to lie. Perhaps we should take our long rest training to see what abilities we could perhaps enhance in this environment. Hopefully it transfers over to the material plane.
Maybe.
No one attack each other. Agreed?
What?
Agreed.
Yes, it was in playful spirits and it was in for fun and I was trying to win.
No, I mean like no using targeted spells because you need a viable target for that.
Well, why don't you just make a training dummy?
I suppose that'll work.
Dummy.
Grok begins to make some training dummies here and there. Effectively, you begin to test out your spells here and there. Those with wind, force, lightning, and thunder attributes are doubled, while in the plane of air. And this is also a in-game way of leveling you up.
Oh, nice.
But honestly, with 8 minutes remaining, I don't think we're gonna get any better stuff than this.
No.
So,
Dust,
go ahead.
I will say this, that Dust is going to be cooking, and using my chef's feat, I am going to basically make these little snacks for temporary hit points. So.
Yeah. You prepare meals for everyone, making sure that they are good, delicious, temporary HP all around. You guys definitely can do that, and the temp HP will continue on beyond the current point in time, which just means you'll have them next session. You don't take a long rest and then lose them, because that'd be kind of mean on my end.
Yes. Well, it's more of I'm making snacks, and then whenever you want some temporary hit points, you will consume it.
Yeah, that too.
So.
So the meal itself does not give you HP. The snack will, but that's for later.
Yeah.
I'm sure Dust is also going to make food.
Yes.
But making sure all that is entertained, making sure that you effectively train your spell, see what you have, see what grows, see what doesn't. You learn what you can and cannot do. Eventually, Vol, because she is druid along with Fauna, they are able to figure out that the plane of air does mess with anything living around here in a way that the material plane would not, as gravity, after Dust tells them, doesn't work quite properly. There is a potential way that those without wings can move without wings, but you would have to figure that one out in some way, shape, or form. How you do, they're not entirely certain. They've never been here. Ada and Nikolai, you guys are fine. You can move however you want. The others, well, there is a thing called trial and error, and hopefully no one falls off of the only ground you can currently see for miles. But we'll see if anyone does next time, as we end the session for today.
Oh my gosh.